There also was an element of ethnic cleansing in China, too, and they certainly would do so if they became a global superpower. They do believe in a superior Chinese race. You understand that, right? This would be like an American official today actually posting a Hitler speech as their mic drop. These are the people you're sympathizing with. The trade war looks like it's here to stay, and there are some winners, there are some losers, there are definitely some losers, so it's time for you have an open field. Gerald knows geopolitics. Spread no expense.
It's almost like I'm not CEO of this company.
No. It's good.
Yeah. It's character building?
It's really good.
That's a good one.
Okay,
yeah, it's
fantastic.
You
All right.
had children cheering you, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, that's
a good thing.
Why do you hate children?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Somebody help me.
You look a gift horse in the mouth and turn it into glue.
I chose this life for myself.
All right.
All right. So look, obviously we've talked a lot about China and the kind of the target of the tariffs and really what the Trump administration was trying to do here. And the trade war is obviously not going anywhere. And China just announced that they are actually going to be ratcheting up their tariffs in response to ours as well.
We just got news a few minutes ago that China is retaliating
who is
against
that
the
guy?
US retaliation, so it's hard to tell who's retaliating in what way at this point. But China's now saying they're at 125%, and Donald Trump saying that US tariffs are on China at 145%. So we're in the realm of just endless tit for tat, it seems, at this point. But the message very much from China is we are going to escalate if you're going to escalate.
Okay. Tit for tat. Speaking of, you haven't seen them in a while, have you, sweetheart? Let's go.
No.
I don't want to see your tits or tats.
No, but obviously China is matching us to some degree. It still seems to be a little bit of a spread, but the Chinese Foreign Ministry released a statement.
I'll read the statement.
I can't do the Asian voice, so Stephen needs to.
The statement I don't know why they always start with, no.
We should make Gerald read it.
Even if the U.S. continues to impose higher tariffs, it will no longer make economic sense and will become a joke. It will become a big joke in the history of the world economy. Big joke.
What?
All had a laugh. Funny joke.
Fine. It's not a joke. First of all, it would be a joke on your economy because you're an export economy and you can't ever consume all of the stuff that you make. So I would probably just be focused a little bit more on that. But there are some real victims in this trade war. Some serious and some not so. So let's go to victim number 1. This is U.S. films. So China's national...
Oh no, John Cena!
I know. Hun.
What we'll do, John Cena?
Taiwan exists, jerk. So the National Film Administration announced that it would restrict Hollywood from putting certain films in the new China market, including some of maybe the blockbusters, the potential blockbusters coming up, like Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, James Gunn's Superman, and Jurassic World Rebirth, though I think if we can kill that one in the cradle, that's fine.
This is really bad news for the Fast and Furious franchise.
I know. That's exactly what I said.
Diesel responded, I thought it was about family.
No.
Turns out it was about China.
Turns out it was about...
This is Beijing! So stupid.
The things I'm going to do for a foreign country.
They've actually gone back and updated some old classics, things that, we love, films like Fight Club.
Oh.
I want you to really listen to me. Okay. My eyes are open.
This is real.
Through the clue provided by Tyler, the police rapidly figured out the whole plan and arrested all criminals, successfully preventing the bomb from exploding after the child Trent was sent to lunatic asylum receiving a psychological treatment. Can't read it.
It's totally real. That's their ending to Fight
Let
Club.
this be a lesson to you. Crime doesn't pay. We will catch you. We will find you. What do they do with the untouchables? They were all touched.
Reach out. Touch
Thanks
all.
to the IRS.
Godfather was a pussy. We catch him. It's just everything. I don't think you guys realize how totalitarian China is. Like that's real, by the way. You can go check 100%. The references. I'm not gonna. It seems fun. Some of the movies, though, they're getting cut way too early.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
The funny thing is, it's not any crazier than the real one.
Nope, totally not.
No more dinosaur.
No more dinosaur. No more mosquito and sap.
You want park in San Diego? No.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Anyway, so Donald Trump apparently, he wanted to respond to this, and the typical Donald. What is that rustling?
What's happening? No.
Doing the dinosaur thing.
No, Josh, put it away.
I thought you said we were
No,
going to
just
do it.
put it away. It's not going to work.
No,
I think it's working.
No, it's not working. Let's stop.
it never worked. Anyway,
Donald Trump responded to this latest hit from the Oval Office.
Thank you.
China retaliated today by reducing the number of American films that can be shown there. What's your reaction to them now targeting cultural exports from the United States?
I think I've heard of worse things than that.
I love that response from him. He's like, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Oh, no." Victim number 2, Mao Zedong. Who knew he could be victimized still to this day? All-powerful leader. So the foreign affairs spokesperson, Mao Ning, posted on X.
We are Chinese. I didn't realize you were trying to. We are Chinese. No, sorry. They started with no. We are Chinese. We are not afraid of provocation. We won't back down.
Yeah, that's
No, we won't back down.
no.
Because our name is Mao.
You can stand me up at the gate of hell, and I
That's a mean song to put in karaoke,
I would pay good money to see.
I know.
You could see if there was a Chinese person doing, I think it's Tom Petty, right? Won't back
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
Doing Tom Petty's Won't Back Down. You could see the moment of panic
Yeah.
as the lyric comes up the screen. It's like, oh no. 2L.
By the way, all of this is an arrestable offense in the UK.
It really is. Yeah, we're on some kind of a list.
So many L.
We can say tranny. We're off of Rumble. Off of YouTube.
There's we have a video. What's the next video?
Yeah, so it was accompanied by a video of Mao Zedong actually discussing the Korean War about backing down.
时间要打多久？我看我们不要做决定。有过去是有道
Great
路
haircut.
买，以后是有爱是好爱，或者美国的将来的什么政坛由他们去决定。就是说，他们要打多久就打多久。
Never say never. 50 million people yielded.
一次打到环境胜利。
Now, look, I know people are probably wondering why we're bringing Mao Zedong up as a victim in this. And these things have real consequences, guys, because he was posthumously roasted in the comment section. And this is mean, so I'll just read them for you. These are not Asians, so I can.
No, they're not Asians,
Okay.
so you can read them.
Don't you have some sparrows to kill?
Shame.
50 million murdered Chinese unavailable for comment.
Oh.
And this one really got me. Don't think a dictator responsible for the deaths of millions of citizens of China is the best example for what you're trying to say on an app you ban on your own citizen or your own citizens from using. And then there was this meme, really bad meme.
Yeah. Oh, that's always a fun one.
Wow.
But they put this out there, right, accompanying their statement.
Well,
Mao Zedong.
Mao Ning. That's who the foreign
Mao
minister
Ning
is.
She did.
Yeah,
She
Mao,
did.
and
She
then
did.
They're both
and
named
then
Mao. That's
they included this. Was this included? Did Mao Ning include this video?
Yeah.
I believe,
Yeah, like
Bad idea.
yeah, like dropping
Yeah.
the mic, like, yeah, look.
And
What our great leader said.
And I was talking about this week. You guys realize this would be like, you get so mad and well, not you, but the left gets so mad and they accuse, Elon Musk or Donald Trump of being Hitler. You realize Mao was just as bad as Hitler, right? You realize that Mao killed far more people than Hitler,
Let's
right?
say, yeah, maybe more.
Yeah, well, certainly as far as death count. Now you may say, okay, the evil because of but there also was an element of ethnic cleansing in China too, and they certainly would do so if they became a global superpower. They do believe in a superior Chinese race. You understand that, right? This would be like an American official today actually posting a Hitler speech as their mic drop. These are the people you're sympathizing with. I said it earlier this week. The Chinese government is still a Maoist government. This man killed at least 50 million people. When the spread is anywhere from 30 million to 100 million, you know it's bad. And we're talking about how, we shouldn't, Bernie Sanders saying, we shouldn't hate anybody.
What?
I don't agree. I think we should hate Mao. That's just, me. I get that that's kind of reductive. I think it's okay to hate somebody who implemented communism and murdered tens of millions of their own citizens. You let me know. I think it's okay to hate, and I don't think it's unchristian to hate that.
It's okay to hate someone who starves millions of people while he gets fat. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Hate away.
Yes, and not lock hands with them in our arms and say we are the world. I definitely understand that. So really quickly, we only have a few more minutes left before we're going to send people on to Tim Pool. But this actually is a real victim. So number 3, this is basically dissidents' families. So this is a policy that the Chinese government has kind of used over time. It's called like hostage diplomacy. And so yesterday, Chinese dissidents, or China dissidents, Francis Wei's parents were detained by Hong Kong National Security Police. And Wei was the first high-profile Hong Kong activist that was granted asylum in the United States. And so this is very similar to some of the tactics that they have used before. Back in 2018, Canada executed a U.S. warrant and arrested Huawei's CFO, Meng Wanzhou. And in retaliation, China arrested 2 Canadian citizens living in China on trumped-up charges.
Yeah, just made up charges.
So when they get pissed off at somebody, they don't like what's going on, they start inflicting... It'd be like us rounding people up that were from China right now.
Yeah.
That are prominent citizens that would make the news and saying, oh, you know what? I guess we're just going to keep these people in prison for a little while.
Right.
And using them as a bargaining chip. And this is something that's very common for the Chinese. So when they try to cry foul at the United States and some of the practices that we have put into place recently with tariffs or anything else regarding trade, don't fall for the propaganda.
Yeah, this is something that they posted right there. Again, from Mao Ning posted. No. China's development over the past 7 decades is result of self-reliance.
What?
In hard work, not favors from others. China does not flinch from any unjust suppression.
Okay.
You don't flinch from any unjust suppression. That's your calling card, China. You're not even ashamed of suppressing people who disagree with your failing government. By the way, self-reliance, it couldn't be more opposite of the truth. It is entirely based on an export economy that relies on the good graces of the non-communist nations that buy your shit.
The whole thing you're upset about.
Yeah.
And the world built it. It was trillions of dollars of investment from the world to make China not look like China.
Yeah.
Okay? Like China's citizens are...
We don't rely on nobody. We need nobody. Okay, great. Then you don't need our stuff. No. Wait.
That's exactly right. How can you say that? Self-reliance and hard work. Like, we didn't invest trillions of dollars into your economy to bring you into the first world. And then the minute we do it, you turn around and try to use that as a weapon against us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't need anybody else, why don't you sell Jordans to Uyghurs?
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Exactly. Well, we can't sell them to Uyghurs. They make them.
I'm wearing some. As I said it. Ooh,
Are you really?
We put it on every
look
new
cool,
label
dude.
of Jordans, hand-stitched by Uyghur. For those of you who don't know, these are Chinese Muslims who are basically enslaved.
Yes.
You guys need to understand this. There are slaves still to this day in China. And you have to ask yourself, does the left know that the Chinese government lies? Does Bernie Sanders know that the Chinese government is still, by the way, an extension of Mao, who killed tens of millions of their own citizens? Is anyone on the left believing that China has built themselves up through self-reliance and through hard work and not
Stealing.
through underhanded international policy and stealing from us? You have to, if you can learn this, let me ask you this. If you can learn just what you've learned today, do you honestly believe that someone who was a career senator hasn't learned this in 40 years? So again, you have to ask yourself the question, why? Why are they sympathizing with China? Why are they demanding that you, the American worker, your tax dollars go to policy that supports what is effectively nothing more than a giant communist enslavement camp? That's what China is. That's what China is. Why? And comment below. Well, without just the conspiracies out there, why do you think the left is so supportive of China? Why do you think the left is so empathetic to China and doesn't give a rat's ass about you? Why do you think they're so empathetic to non-citizens? Why do you think the left believes it's such an affront to provide proof of citizenship? At a certain point, you have to look at this pattern and go, wait a second, they're always on the other side of the fence when there's some kind of a dispute with the American taxpayer? Wait a second, they're always on the side of the Chinese? They're always on the side of the IRS. They're always on the side of the FBI. They're always on the side of the Department of Misinformation. They're always on the side of censoring and COVID czars. When have they ever been on the side of the American worker, the American taxpayer, outside of when they say, oh, they're going to lower taxes for you? And they never do. Hey, if you like this video, you're still here, click there. Click there to watch more rebuttals, takedowns, and claim and truth videos where they're pretty self-explanatory in the title. I don't know what the thumbnail is. It's not salacious, is it? Maybe a little. That's ideal.